welcome back to my channel. My name is Crystal, and today I finally, after weeks and weeks, received my Pat McGrath Celestial Divinity palette. I did order this the day that it launched from the Pat McGrath Labs website. That was September 25th, and I received it Monday, October 19th. So I was pretty upset because I ordered it specifically to share with you guys, and I just wanted to try the formula, and I thought this palette was an affordable way to do that. However, if I would have just waited like 10 more days and ordered it off Sephora, I would have been posting over a week ago like most everybody else on YouTube. So then it got to me like, okay, well, Crystal, what are you gonna do that's different than everybody else? And so I was inspired by one of my favorite beauty YouTubers. Her name is ThatGirlShaeXO. I'll put a picture of her right here. She is amazing, you guys. If you do not subscribe to her, you should go check her out. I love her because she will take palettes that are coming out and do like a live eye swatch. Meaning instead of just swatching the eyeshadow colors on her arm or her hand, she'll actually use a brush and her finger afterwards to apply them to the eye area so you can actually see what it's going to look like on the eye. So I just thought for funsies and just see how much work it actually is, because I'm sure it's a lot, I'm going to try to do that for you today with this palette. So for those of you who do not know, this Celestial's Divinity palette is an 18-pan palette by Pat McGrath, and it did retail for $78. The packaging itself, it did come in a cardboard outer carton, and the palette itself is also in cardboard. But this is what she looks like. It's the same as the carton. And then it opens up like this. She is beautiful, I'll give her that. I'm trying to keep an open mind because I've seen several reviews that weren't super positive. I guess I got a good one because mine will stay open. A lot of people's, these little strings here were too short and they just kept closing, so they had to cut them. So I'm gonna just start. There aren't any, oh, the shade names are on the back. I love when they do that. It's so inconvenient for me. So we're gonna start with, I wish it was on the carton. Of course it's not. We're going to start with Saturnalia. And I'm just going to put that on one of my eyes. Now on my face, I did just use the Makeup Forever Professional Matte Velvet Skin. I had gotten a sample with my Sephora order, and I'm actually really, really loving it. So I'm not wearing any mascara because I thought, what's the point? I'm going to be taking off these eyeshadows left and right and then having to reapply my base. So yeah, we're going to just go with that. I'm just going to go in with just a flat brush first, and we'll see what the color looks like, and then if it needs a little amplifying, we will try using our finger. So Saturnalia, let's see what she does. Now you guys be patient with me because I've never done this before. Shae makes it look so easy. I don't know if I should tap off the extra or what. And this brush might be like too big. We shall see. Okay, so this is what she looks like on the eye. It really is super pigmented. I'm gonna just stick my finger in it and just press a little bit on top to see if that adds much to it. I didn't even think I had to put like a makeup wipe or anything over here because I am a newbie at this. Okay, so this color is definitely very vibrant, very pigmented, and very pretty on the eye. I'm not going to take all the extra time to blend it because I think if I don't get this off, the more red colors are probably going to stain. The next shade is called Bronze Nebula. So this shade is really soft in the pan. Ooh, it just glides on like butter. Gonna get a little bit more there. So this definitely is more than a shimmer. It's definitely like a very like foily type of texture to it. Okay, so that is Bronze Nebula. Very shimmery, very pigmented. I actually love this color. I know it is not perfectly on there, but if I did that, it would literally take all day. But that is what she looks like. Okay guys, so the next shade is called Major Mahogany. It is one of the few matte shades in the palette. Again, it applies velvety smooth. So again, I am not perfect at this. Shout out again to Shae. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is the color. There. The next color in the palette is called Lunar Champagne. This one feels a lot like the bronze, so let's see how it goes on. Okay, so this one has a lot less kind of like background pigment, if that makes sense, where the bronze was like kind of went, this just feels almost like a loose glitter is what it looks like. Trying to do it without blinding you guys from the mirror. Do you see that? How it's literally coming off in like chunks. That I am not a huge fan of. Shadow itself is balling up, which is a shame because look how pretty she is. Like, it looks absolutely gorgeous, and if I want to take the time to like clean that up, I definitely like that shade. Let's see if I can intensify it a little bit with my finger. Maybe that's the problem. That on, oh yeah. Okay, so definitely you can see the difference, how much more like opaque it is when I add the finger, use the finger to apply it, sorry. Okay guys, so the next two shades in the palette are Violet Void and Gold Standard. This one feels a little more like that first maroon shade. See, I like these more because they go on so much smoother, but the glitter one also ended up looking really pretty. Okay, so this is Violet Void. It's already pretty pigmented, but I can press a little bit extra on top if you want to see. Yeah, that just intensifies it even more. So depending on how dark of a look that you want, it's definitely can be darkened with more layers. I suck at this, I'm sorry. So that was Violet Void. This is Gold Standard. If they were all this formula, I would be stoked. Ooh, this one's definitely the same formula as the gold. Not the, I mean, as the purple. This is the same formula as the purple, not that champagne color that didn't want to work. Not terrible. If I was going to be creating a look of this palette anyway, because the colors are so vibrant and with the sparkles, I would definitely plan on doing my eye look first and then going in with my face makeup. So I'm going to go over top of that with my finger to just intensify that gold so you can see. So that is Gold Standard and Violet Void. All right, okay, so the next two colors we're doing are right here, this Venomous Void and what is the other one? Odyssey. It's just a nice, really dark matte shade. Again, goes on very smooth, which is nice. There is some fallout there you can see. But for a dark matte shade, I feel like it's blending really nicely. I already loved Shae, but now I get it, girl. And I started with an 18 panner. Okay, so this is that color Venomous Void. It went on very, very nicely. It's really pretty. Now we're gonna go in with Odyssey on the other eye. Yeah, this one is going to be one of the harder to work with formulas. I don't know why they couldn't all just be that smooth, silky, shimmery. That one's really, really hard to get on. Like, I'm literally like digging at this pan, you guys. We're gonna try the finger. And if the finger doesn't work, I'm gonna like just wave the white flag because this is not applying well at all. And it's literally just like gunking up in the pan, even on my finger. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. See how it's like chunking up on my finger? Not, oh my god, it's literally falling off in chunks off my eyelid. So this shade is definitely a pass for me. Okay, so the next two shades we'll be doing are Fuchsia Shock and Megabyte, right there. Oh yes, this is another one of the like butter metallics. Okay, so that is this one. There she is. I don't know why I'm showing that eye. It has literally nothing on it. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the more green looking shade. This is the only real like green in this palette. This one looks like one of the chunky guys. So I think this one is going to be one where this one's not as bad as the Odyssey and it's not as bad as the Champagne. But I think it will look more, definitely better looking with using the extra kind of finger layer. So let's try that theory here. And we'll just kind of stamp her on there. Yeah, so that definitely looks better than just using the brush by itself. So there's that shade and that one. I think they're both very, very pretty. The next two colors we've gotten to the bottom here. We have Bronze and Electron. This here, whoop, stick my finger right in it. This one and this one. So this one is going on rather smooth on my poor little sore eyelids. It's definitely not that gross, hard to work with formula. Oh yeah, literally like butter, you guys. Just gonna grab my little finger and do a little swirl and tap some on there so you can see how she intenses up. That shade is freaking gorgeous, you guys. Look at that. Yes, I'm loving that. So next we have this beautiful purple. Now I'm hoping we've had good luck with the purple so far. So hopefully this one will be like that. There we go. I was starting to worry about you a little bit. It definitely, this is a really, looks to me like one of those transformative shades a little bit because it kind of shifts, there you can see the blue in there and a little bit of the pink. It's not wanting to go on super smooth though. So let me see if I can do any better here. So I'm just gonna go in there because the brush is clearly not working well and just see what we can do with a finger. Yes, this is definitely a transformative shade. These are what Pat McGrath is like famous for. I want to put a lot on there, so hopefully the camera will pick it up. All right, so there she is. Let's see how close I can get without getting distorted here. Can you see as I turn my head the different colors in there? Definitely looks purple when you look at it, but then it has that pink and blue reflect in there. That is freaking gorgeous. I am in love with it. It was a little harder to apply, but I mean, it's worth it because it looks freaking gorgeous. Okay. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys each time I take my makeup off how red my eyes are getting. So I hope you really like and share this video, because my little butt is working hard for you. Shae, you are a saint. A freaking saint. I doubt you're watching me, but if you see this, know that you are inspiring, and I am so grateful for the fact that you do these videos because it's so helpful. A lot of times they look so different in person than they do like on a website or something, and that's why like I absolutely love watching her do these live swatches. But oh my gosh, my eyes are definitely gonna need a little break after this. Okay, so the next shades that we're going to do are this one here, which is, ow. We have Cosmic and Smoked Amethyst. So these guys. So let's go in and see what these look like on the eye. Hopefully when we're done, I'll still be able to see. First, we're going to go in with the lighter color. Now this seems to be one of those glittery shades where there's not a whole lot of like pigment in the background, but the glitters are there. I'm sure as soon as I put my finger in there, we'll be able to see it. So I'm not really getting any further than that with the brush. Let's do a swirl of the finger and tap it on there. Okay, so that is as like kind of opaque as I can get it. But you can definitely see kind of how it switches from a gold to a more pinky as I turn my face. Okay, next one is the Amethyst shade. Not a lot of fallout, which is amazing because for a dark shade, like that's what I thought was gonna end up like all over my face. So there's that. I think in the light it looks a lot more purple than it does in person. I'm gonna try to put just a little bit more on here and then I will do the finger thing. Definitely okay, a little more fallout than I was thinking. It's like a black with purple in it. Yeah, that's like exactly what it is. When I just dab my finger in it, like not a whole lot comes up. So it's definitely more like the gritty glitter formula. And I just got it like legit all over my face. Not a professional. So that is what that looks like. I'm gonna just turn my head slowly so you can see the glitter reflect in it. These are these two colors. Okay, the next two colors are called Dragonfly and Venetian Orchid. So we're just gonna slap these on the eye. Now Dragonfly I'm excited about. It is one of her like famous like 3 different color, however you call it, multi-chrome shades, and it looks absolutely stunning. So I'm very excited to try this guy. Hoping it glides on like butter, which it is. All right, so that's with the brush. And now I'm just gonna go in with my finger. I think that's gonna just... Okay, you guys, so this is Dragonfly. Next, this is one of my favorite shades, I low-key won't lie. I know, like, okay, we're not judging technique here. Clearly, we are not judging technique here. I'm literally just trying to get it on the skin so you can see what it looks like on a real human person and not an arm or a hand. This is the last matte in this palette. So we only had 3 mattes total, you guys, but they all so far had like gone on without incident. None of them, not even the 2 dark shades, were patchy. So that was nice. Like as you can see, look at that. There's just a couple swipes of the brush and it's on really evenly. Okay, so not a whole lot to see compared to the other shades. They're not, the mattes just aren't as exciting, but they do go on very smooth and velvety. So this is the, that shade here, the matte, the last matte in the palette. And then Dragonfly. I think Dragonfly definitely steals the show here. Alright, so we've come to the last 2 shades in the palette. The shades are, whoop, sorry about that. The shades are Galactic Gold and Corruption. So it's gonna be these two shades here. You know, I talked a lot of smack about this palette because I was so freaking mad that it took so long to get here. And then like I should have just ordered from Sephora. But I'm not gonna hate on the formula just because their shipping was having like a struggle. I will just know that moving forward I will order. I'll just wait for Sephora to get it because I will get it sooner. Gosh dang it, now I really want that quad with the blue. I can't remember like the name right offhand, but I was eyeballing that one. The only one I wasn't really interested in was the Fantasia quad, just because I feel like those colors were kind of boring. But none of the quads have the like the transformative shades in them. They do have like some like a dual chrome like tendency toward them, but none of them are the like really fancy ones. I'm gonna go in to the gold one here with my finger and tap that on. Yes, that definitely intenses that up quite a bit, as you can see. So this was Galactic Gold. Finally, we have, I already forgot because I have ADHD, Corruption. We have a Corruption. It almost, I thought this was matte for a second, but I think it's just slightly shimmery. So let's see. Some of these it's kind of hard to tell in the pan like what you're gonna end up with. It's definitely going on like butter. It's definitely one of those shimmery, buttery shades, like above one of the first or the second purple, the more bluish purple that we tried. This is freaking beautiful color. Just gonna do one more time with the brush and then go in with my finger. Just because I kind of spread that out quite a bit. Now the cool news is most of these you can definitely intensify with your finger if you want to. Obviously a couple of them didn't work out that way. But the rest, like if you don't like such an intense look, you can definitely tone it down. Or you can definitely, for sure, amp these colors up and just blow people out of the water. Okay, so this is the shade Corruption. Okay, so I don't want to go wipe this off and then come back and tell you. So I'm just going to give you my overall thoughts on the palette. One, Pat McGrath has an amazing, amazing formula most of the time. There were a couple in this palette. The Lunar Champagne, not a fan. The Odyssey, definitely not a fan. And the Smoked Amethyst wasn't really a fan. The Dragonfly, that's my favorite shade in the whole palette. This one right here below the Amethyst. I love the color change in that. It is beautiful on the eye. Most of the time you can find a 10% off through Pat McGrath, so this brings that down to like $71 in tax. Still pretty steep, but as you guys can see, some of these colors are truly freaking amazing. And yeah, thank you, That Girl Shae, for inspiring me to do these eye swatches. You are a queen, like the shit hurts. Oh my god, that was the first time I said shit on my channel. My eyes are killing me, so I'm gonna go wipe this off and nurse them for the rest of the day. If you're new here, I hope you consider subscribing. I do post at least 3 times a week. This week we have a bonus. Like this video if you enjoy this kind of content. Let me know if you want to see more live swatches, hopefully on a smaller eyeshadow palette. Yeah, leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you think of this palette. Will you be getting it? Did you already get it? What did you think? What was your favorite color? And yeah, I will see you guys this weekend. Mwah! Bye!